when somebody asks me later on, what's the difference between this segment being terrific and not, I'll just say the quarterback. I'm going to go in the other direction. I'm just going to say that, if that's okay, Eli. Okay? I'll just say
That's
the quarterback.
perfect.
You know? What do you think?
I know where you're going with this.
You're smart enough to see where I'm going with this. What did you think of Ron Rivera's comments that he did say he had a mea culpa and has spoken to Carson Wentz since? What did you make of what he said?
I saw the comments and I knew where Coach was trying to go and what he was saying in the sense that, hey, these other teams are having success, and in the NFC East even, that they have a quarterback that's been there for a number of years and they've been able to build a team around the quarterback, and he hasn't had that in Washington, and nothing against Carson Wentz, but he's been there for 5 games, and years before they had different quarterbacks that just wasn't a guy they were able to draft and get him in and let him kind of learn the system and then start putting pieces around him for him to be successful. So I think that's what he was trying to say. It just didn't come out perfectly, and I could see, why there was a little frenzy around it.
Well, I mean, especially since, again, there's been, Carson Wentz being shown the door in 2 other spots, including Philadelphia. There's definitely some sensitivities around it, and that's kind of what made me wince, along with the lines of it doesn't make sense that you point to the Giants and say, well, they've built around this quarterback for a long time, and it's a new coach and a new system, and Daniel Jones looks terrific in it. So that doesn't make sense either,
Well, I think this in sense, you have Daniel. They've drafted offensive linemen. You have Saquon around them. You have some players. Done some stuff on the defense and to help and protect the offense in that sense. So, I think obviously Daniel's playing great football right now, and so. When you're 4-1, everything's going right. When you're 1-4, anything you say it's never an easy situation to talk, and everything you say is going to get blown up and made a big deal. But hey, I'm not complaining. Giants are 4-1.
Yeah.
Just saw them have a big win in Green Bay. Daniel's playing great. Saquon's healthy, playing great. Defense is making plays. So it's making Sundays a little bit easier and more fun for me to watch.
So what are you seeing out of Daniel Jones that maybe Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka and the new offensive way of doing things, new coaching staff of doing things, has unlocked Jones in a way that we've really not seen? What are you seeing, Eli?
Well, I think they're being very creative with the offense and finding different ways, obviously, to get Saquon the ball, but also to get Daniel outside the pocket, on bootlegs, on nakeds, where he can run, make plays and be safe. They're doing some quarterback draws with going empty in different ways to get him where he can run for first downs, and a lot of play action under center. And so it's something he hadn't done a whole lot of probably. So I think he's getting more comfortable with that, turning your back to the defense and then seeing what's going on down the field. But I think it's just Daniel has made a lot of really good decisions, and something that maybe it doesn't always get seen as a quarterback. You look at even in the Dallas game, I probably that was the first thing I actually reached out to him. I said, you were being tested all game on being tempted to make a bad decision and to force a ball in when no one's there, and with pressure coming in the face at times, and guys that aren't always winning and getting open at times. And I'm like, just keep doing what you're doing. Do not force it. Do not think that you have to start making a play and making bad decisions, because what the style of play you're doing right now is keeping you in the games, and y'all are getting games to the fourth quarter, and you're having opportunities to win. The Dallas game didn't work out for you, but the other ones have. So just keep playing smart football. Don't get tempted, and just keep doing what you're doing.